We travelled all around the world and we've seen and stayed in some pretty unique places. And while we travelled around the bottom end of South Australia, we found somewhere else to add to that list. This is the town of Coober, Pedy, and around half of the town's residents live underground. They've lived this way for about 100 years as a way to escape the blistering Australian summer heat, which can get as hot as 50 degrees Celsius, while the underground houses maintain a steady temperature of around 23 to 25 degrees. As we drive into the town of Coober Pedy, I just have one burning question. What is this funny looking thing?
Somehow we managed to come to Coober Pedy in the windiest and coldest day of the next 10 days. But it works well for us because we can leave the dog in the car while we go around visiting the place.
Behind me there is the Big Winch of Coober Pedy. It's on top of one of the tallest hills in the town, and it is a major tourist attraction, believe it or not. Big Winch, Coober Pedy. How are you? Oh, you're so big and friendly. Look at the big head on you.
Yeah, big boy.
Oh, his head's bigger than me.
This was the home of Crocodile Harry, an immigrant from Latvia who decided to make Coober Pedy his home. A very interesting man from what we can see, and he really likes women. Should we put a sculpture like this in our next home?
Bigger than that. Needs to be bigger. Crocodile Harry was famous around the area for being a bit of a character. He hunted crocs, opals and underpants. He lived a very rich life. He was a soldier in World War II before moving to Australia to hunt crocs in the Northern Territory. According to him, he bagged about 40,000 crocs before moving to Coober Pedy to retire in this underground home.
Look at the massive croc.
People have come here from all over the world and left flags or IDs, student IDs, there's even driver's licenses left in here, and messages to write on the walls and everything. It's really cool to see.
So many women left their underwear. What was with this man?
Harry died in 2006 when he was 80 years old, but as a testament to his unique spirit, he is remembered in two ways. There's a crocodile statue dedicated to him in his hometown in Latvia, and he has a one-of-a-kind home for tourists to come visit while here in Coober Pedy.
I decided we couldn't leave Crocodile Harry without leaving anything. So I decided to leave him my broken underwear, which was going to go in the bin anyway. It can go in the wardrobe. It's clean. It's just broken, but it's clean, I swear. Oh, hello. Hello, you. You are so big.
Stick a mane around that. You'd look like a lion. It'd be hilarious. You may be wondering why anyone would want to brave the heat, drought, dust and flies to come live out in the middle of nowhere. You should know that Coober Pedy is also famous for being the opal capital of the world. Around 90% of the world's opal is found in Australia and 70% is found right here in Coober Pedy. Chiara has an Italian lesson to do now, so me and the dog are going to go try something that is known as noodling, which in layman's terms is just looking for opal with your own two hands, without any fancy equipment. And there is a public noodling area in Coober Pedy, so anyone can rock up. Many locals make a living from it actually, and you can rock up and have a look for opal. The term noodling comes from back in the day when mining was first started here in Coober Pedy, and there were many men who lacked the physical capabilities going actually down the mine shaft with a pick and shovel and to chip out the rock. And so what they had to do was come up to the surface because they had the constitution and the upper body strength of a wet noodle. So that's the folklore behind where the term noodling comes from. Alright, dog, find the opals and dig. Dig there. What's there? It's not very good. Just so I'm clear, I have zero expectation, or actually I do have an expectation. I expect on finding absolutely nothing here, because this is, from what I've been told, this is the dump site for all of the stuff that the miners have already sifted through. So if I do find anything, I don't think it'll be worth much. But it's all about getting here and having a look, and as long as I have zero expectations, I'm happy. Well, I have ended up finding something. It's not opal, I'll show you. Found this white rock, very straight fibrous rock. It's not very strong. Here's some bits I broke off of it. It's quite brittle, so you can snap it. and very fibrous at the end. I just wonder what it is. If anyone knows what that is, please let me know in the comments because I'm a bit curious.
Yep, ready for it?
Beautiful, yes please. May I please get a pepper steak pie and the spinach feta pineapple roll? Can't beat a good pie, and this one looks really good.
So you follow the numbers along, you get to see a hand-dug opal mine, then you head on up to a museum, up to a house and back out into the shop. It takes about half hour, but it's up to you. And it's $15 each, unless you have any sort of concession, student senior pension or veterans.
No.
Just adults, yeah.
Perfect.
This is an old mine. More than 50,000 pounds of opals were found here. And this might seem not much, but at the time it would have made them millionaire. It was a lot of money.
So behind me here is a good example of what they used to have to do back in the day. So somebody has obviously found a vein of opal and has gone into here and just kept chasing it, picking it out, chasing it, finding more, until eventually he wouldn't have found any more and he's given up and he's come back out here. So that would be about 5 meters long and it goes slowly into a point. Very interesting.
The ceiling is very, very low. That's why we're wearing the helmet.
See all the way down there, you can see pockets of small pockets of opal coloured stone, and that was usually an indication they were getting very close to a large deposit of opal. As our miners used to come up and down their shafts, they used to dig in little handhold and footholds in the wall, and they'd climb up and down. Like that. You're not supposed to, so I'm not gonna, but that's how they used to do it. Pretty game. This is typical of how relatively modern miners used to live. They used to have their living areas or their bedrooms right here, and then next door they used to go mining. These underground homes are known colloquially as dugouts. Alright, this is home for tonight. We have found a campsite just outside of town. It's a very cool campsite. It has underground camping and an underground TV room. We can't take the dog in either of those, so we are above ground camping for a change. But it seems really cool. We are going to go check out the grounds and just see what they look like and see the wildlife apparently.
At the toilets, no underground toilets. It's very dark.
This is the underground camping area. As you can see, not many people here. We're the only ones so far. And yeah, plenty of room. It's a bit different. You gotta pick your own spot, pick a spot, any spot, and lay your tent or your swag down and away you go.
It's huge.
It's a bit echoey. And this is the TV room, which also doubles as sort of an office working area. Yeah, very, very cool, almost a modern sort of dugout feel. A big TV, lots of chairs, wall plugs for your computers or whatever you need to charge. And there's Wi-Fi here.
It's so quiet in here. It will be awesome to sleep underground. I bet it will be an awesome night's sleep. We actually slept the last couple of nights of the wind hitting this way. All night was very noisy. Yeah, there is nothing. But we have the dog, so we will have another noisy, windy night tonight as well. But it is awesome. So quiet.
It echoes a lot.
Yes. It's awesome.
Coober Pedy is definitely such a unique place to visit. It's chock full of interesting characters and history. If you're in this part of the world, it's worth the drive to come see what this is all about and to experience the feeling of living underground for yourself. Let us know in the comments what you think and if you'd ever try to live underground yourself. See you in the next one.